Hello, Saggy. Thank you so much for tuning in to the full length reading. This is your girl, Taurus Sun Tarot. So, as I mentioned in the short, if you know, you know, I am trying so hard to get to 500 subscribers by today. You guys, today is the deadline I set for myself. So, if you could do me a favor, like the video and subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. If any of this resonates, share the video with a friend, a family, whomever. I just want to get these messages as far across YouTube as possible. I truly feel that, someone can benefit from this, and that's really all I'm trying to do here. But also, it would just give me confirmation as a reader. This is not for nothing. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So, Saggy, set a deadline to work towards and put an end to procrastination. For some of you, I'm definitely getting the vibe that there has been something that you need to do and you know what it is. And you are like, yeah, like I've been meaning to get to that. Like I've been meaning to do that. No, do it. Okay. Um, it feels big though, which is very surprising because Saggy, with the fire in you, I don't see it as your typical self to put something off that feels so important that needs to get done. So let's dive in deeper. So, Spirit, help us clarify further with an angel number for my Saggies. What numbers will resonate with Sagittarius at this time? Numbers they could be seeing, important dates, birthdays, anniversaries, synchronicities that they could just be seeing on a clock. Wow. Okay. Well, you're not going to see that on a clock. So we have guidance number 000. So when I see these three zeros together, when I think of zero, it reminds me of an egg. And I know that sounds weird, right? But so guidance, it feels like something is coming out from, like it's being rebirthed. It's coming out of its shell. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Like, so maybe it's you. Maybe you are coming out of your shell. Sorry, I heard my dog, you guys move. And Daddy, hi, baby, come here. Sorry, that's my big boy. I have a pit bull. I post shorts about him on here sometimes. So if you want to see him and what he looks like, my little babies, check out the channel. You'll see him there. Here comes a goofy goob. Hi, baby boy. You want to say hi to the fans? Oh goodness. Thank you for kisses. Anyways, sorry, Zaji, I'm getting sidetracked. Guidance, yeah. So it feels like you're coming out of your shell. This is Spirit's way of guiding you to what is divinely meant for you to be on your path. Again, this just feels huge, like with triple zeros. Oh, I'm hearing the song Millions and Millions by Bia. It just dropped, so you may not know it. Look it up. So you have the full support of the divine right now. Guidance you are seeking is here. Your life is moving in the right direction. Yes, this is the start of a new beginning. One cycle ends and a new begins. For some of you, this feels like it could be related to romance. It feels like you're kind of realizing that someone could have been hindering you in a connection. And you're like, wait a minute, why are we doing that? why am I here? Why am I what? Uh, so, you guys, I did also jot down a couple of notes. I do this sometimes. Drop a comment. Let me know if any of this shit resonates. Okay, yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so I literally wrote down the song Millions by Bia because, yeah, that's just been a bop for me since it came out on Friday. But with those triple zeros, it's just really, that's confirmation for me. So thank you, Spirit. Big business, money moves, big transition, clarity. I heard the name John, very generic name, I know, so don't at me. But I was thinking of John Mayer, but I just Spirit was just like no, just John. Duality, happy, sad, pull on heart. So for me, that kind of meant someone is trying to pull on your heartstrings and it feels like a past person, and it does directly feel like it's because they have something that they want to share with you, Saggy. Okay, so you just go ahead, you take any of that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Don't try to make it fit. Okay, Cinderella. Ain't nobody, no, no, no. If it's not your story, if it's not your shit, don't make it fit. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So, spirit, angels, and ancestors, please help me get only the clearest messages for my Saggy directly from spirit, from the divine, messages that will give them guidance, clarity. Here we go for Saggy. Sun, moon, rising, cross watchers, you are always welcome on this channel. Abso-fucking-lutely. I endorse that shit. I absolutely do. So we have the world card here. One moment, you guys. I have some classical music in the background and it's becoming actually, so that for some of you, it could feel like maybe someone's guidance is becoming overwhelming. Like this was something that you sought out at first, but now it's like, okay, like I get it. Like I'm good, thank you, right? So we have the world card, really, really huge confirmation on cycles ending, new opportunities. Anything that is not meant for you at this time, Saggy, will be clearing itself out of the way. This also could refer to like a graduation, a next step. One of the perks, you guys, about not being super popular on YouTube yet is I don't have to worry about the nudities. I'm just saying. But anyways, yeah, so cycles ending, graduation, next steps. To me, this also really speaks of like divinity, like divine interference. So it feels like for some of you, you could maybe not have expected in the slightest this sort of cycle to end, to clear out. Like you could have thought maybe you would have had this person forever. I'm also picking up on a lot of sexual energy. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's not something I typically say in my readings. If you know, you know. But yeah, a lot of sexual energy tied to this with the World card and the Emperor. I'm getting like big daddy vibes, like um so there could be a lot of sexual tension between you and someone right now, Sachi. Okay. Moving on. With the Emperor too, though, this could also be, oh, Saggy, you know what this is? This is you finally stopping the bullshit and procrastinating. You've been sitting on something, especially the fact that the Emperor is sitting down. It feels like you've been sitting on information or a job or a person for some time. Like you've been sitting on them. And if you don't know in like I don't know how to say, if you don't know what that means when I say it like that, basically like you've slept on them, you've been sleeping on them, you overlooked them. Okay, for my more conservative folks. Okay. So we have the Death card and the Queen of Pentacles that came out here. Again, confirmation on transformation, ending of cycles. With the Death card here too, greeting death with open arms, greeting this ending. How can you control something you know nothing about, Saggy? Okay, for some of you, this is very much giving me like white knuckle vibes. Like you're just kind of white knuckling your way through life right now. And I don't mean to laugh when I say that, but I can relate heavily. It feels like because there's so many, this doesn't feel like one cycle change. This feels like multiple cycles coming to an end, transformation. A lot of Scorpio energy showing up here. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries. I believe I did mention Aries with one of the first cards that came out as well. So definitely Aries energy, fire energy here. So with the Death card and Queen of Pentacles, I think like you, it kind of feels like Saggy, right now your focus should be on your bag, on your money, on your worth. But yeah, so it feels like you're you're putting something to an end here. You're I don't know if you've been procrastinating on a new opportunity, a new job, a new house, a new place, a new car. I mean, you put it where it fits. And then we have the Strength card. This feels like, Saggy, to be completely honest, you taming your inner critic. This is you recognizing your strength and taming the voices in your head. This feels like you're taming the negativity, taming the what ifs, the doubts, okay? And spirit is trying to guide you to someone or something. And it feels like you do already know who or what this opportunity is. And again, it's just been something, notice the amount, like on a throne, sitting, you know? So, also just going to circle back to the sexual energy for a moment. If you and this person, if this is a love reading for you and this has resonated, if you and this person have been intimate together, they think about that frequently, almost like on repeat, I'm hearing. Replay, repeat. But yeah, someone definitely has this do not fuck with me kind of energy. And it feels like for my masculine, if that resonates, you've found this beautiful earth angel, could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but just someone who really is patient and understanding. Notice they're both wearing red robes. They're cut differently. They're a little different shade, but this could be a divine counterpart. Now, obviously, the emperor is more logically, or a karmic. So let's dive into it. Yeah, death with the devil here. How many major arcana is that? One, two, three, four, five. Five out of the six cards here are major arcana. Saggy, that is not a joke. It's nothing to be played with. This is big, big, big transformation or big, big, big message from spirit to you. Okay. You're putting an end to the codependency and to the shadow self. I'm going to circle back to with what I was saying on the strength card. This is you silencing the demons, the your inner demons. Yeah. Thank you, spirit. Damn, that might be the title. Yeah, silencing your inner demons, the inner critics, the what ifs, the why now, the what abouts, and whatever runs through that head. Especially, I just heard like that pretty little head of yours, Saji. But with the infinity sign here, this definitely to me speaks of divine knowledge being bestowed to you. So clarity along with guidance is coming in. And do you want to know what? I believe something, and I don't know if I touched on this the first time around. I wrote down clarity. So, yeah, this definitely feels like with death and rebirth, is you are going to come out of your shell. And in regards to procrastination, it definitely feels like you're tired of like, I just heard, I believe it's by Young Dolph or Key Glock, always up to something, never sitting on my ass. That just feels like your energy right now, Saggy. You're like, I've been in my feels maybe a little bit too much about this. And if you want anything to change, then you have to be the one to take the first step, maybe. And so we have purification number 25. So that could be a message from spirit. Maybe you need to focus on your purity and your clarity. Like the more pure you are as a person, the easier it will be for spirit to clarify things for you or for you to receive downloads. And then we have number 19, wealth. I was picking up on that with the Queen of Pentacles here. So let's go ahead. Yeah, actually, we'll draw one more. For a lot of you, this feels very heavy. It feels karmic. It's giving me like life cycle ending vibes. So this is more than just you taking the next step into a different chapter of your life. This literally to me feels like you are rethinking your wealth, who you are, like your morals, and the way you navigate through the world. Like this is a very deep kind of introspective vibe, if you will. So, Spirit, what last message do you have for my Saggy with this full moon? And we have Son of Air. Now, I believe this would be the Page of Swords, but let me double check in my little book here because I'm still getting familiar with this deck, Saggy. Let me just double check here. Please hold. So, of course, you guys, yeah, if any of this has resonated, please drop a comment. Let me know below. And I love to read your guys' comments. Okay, so we have Son of Air. In essence, rebellion, urge to be free, restlessness, inner conflict, inner conflict. Yeah, I was again picking up on that with the devil and strength cards, silencing the inner conflict, mental agitation, the vain attempt to fulfill ego desires. Where one breaks away from one's own habitual drought patterns and those of others too, is one of the most important steps in growing up. This phase cannot be bypassed. With unflinching clarity, holy shit, I cannot make this up. With unflinching clarity, holy synchronicities, you have to recognize that struggling with your own inner world, your own phantoms, shadow self, as I mentioned, projections and identifications will get you nowhere. Once you have seen this for yourself, the inner battle ends. You realize it was you who projected the movie now playing in your internal screen. In layman's terms, Saggy, easiest way I can sum that one up, no one can help you get out of your head besides yourself. Okay, if you're stuck on repeat on someone or something that happened, and you're struggling with being able to move on, that's something that is very normal. It's very common, but you do have to. I think that's kind of what the first card was addressing, procrastination. I think that this is time to for lack of a better phrase, like shit or get off the pot, right? So if you are not going to make a move on that person, on that job, you've got to let it go, because otherwise it's just going to drive you mentally insane. Um, we can coulda, shoulda, woulda all day. However, right now, this exact moment that you are taking an inhale and exhaling out, like that literally is irreplaceable. Okay. I don't care how old or how young you are, you're not promised tomorrow, Saggy. So, the best advice that I can give to you, that I feel Spirit is also trying to give to you in the nicest way, is you have to move on when you are ready. So if you're still feeling something, there's a reason for it. I think that there's a lesson that needs to be learned or a conversation that needs to be had, maybe an apology, in order to fully release something. And I think that that's what you've been procrastinating on, Saggy. So that is all I have for you. I hope something here did resonate. Of course, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon, Sag.